portrait photographer in the Charlotte area, and a couple of weeks ago I released a video about how to take good pictures of children, whether you're a photographer or maybe just a mom or dad trying to take some good pictures of your kids. And today I'm going to be sharing with you some tips for good family portrait sessions. If you have a more formal session, not just hanging around in your home taking pictures, but if you have a formal session planned, I wanted to share a few things that I have learned over the years that make those run smoothly. This came about a few weeks ago when I actually had a family session, and I was thinking about it really would have made sense for me to educate my clients about what to expect, especially if they have small children, so that we can make sure things run smoothly and they know, exactly. It's going to be frustrating, especially for the dads. So if I go ahead and let them know, here's some things to expect, here's some things to look forward to, and to work out, it would make things a lot more smooth. So I'm going to share with you an acronym that I came up with. I'm also a middle school teacher, so I'm all about good acronyms, and that acronym is PLAY, P-L-A-Y. So let's dive in and I'll tell you what the first one means. First letter in PLAY is P, and P stands for prepare. If you are a parent, bring everything that you could possibly bring that might make that photo session run more smoothly. If you have young children with snotty noses, bring tissues, bring wipes. I always carry packs of wipes, even though my children are 8 and 10 now, because you never know when you might need to wipe something off of somebody's face or clean something. Extra changes of clothes are always good. Even for families, if you have young children or pets who might spit up on something or jump up on a pair of pants and get them muddy, always bring extra clothes, bring bubbles, bring bribery material. Smarties are always good as long as it's something that doesn't turn teeth green. Bring anything that you think might make that photo session go more smoothly. Another part of the P, of the prepare, is as a photographer, I always get to know the kids as soon as I get to the session. Sometimes I don't even talk to the adults very much because I've already communicated with them, but I want to get to know the kids, and I want the kids to be as comfortable with me as possible. So I ask them all kinds of questions about their favorite things. I get down on their level. I engage with them so that they're comfortable, and when it is time to take pictures, they're not so weirded out by this strange woman that's got this big black machine in front of her face. So that is P. The next letter in PLAY is L, which stands for location. You and your photographer can work this out, but find a location that is, sorry, my table is moving. I have a cat and he is pushing everything around. But anyway, as I was saying, find a location that is safe and comfortable for your family, especially if you have small children. Your photographer, again, will be able to help guide you in some choices. You can consider local parks, neighborhood green spaces, sometimes with a playground, because that can be used as bribery later. Take a few good pictures with me and then we'll go play. It's also a great place to take pictures of children playing on a playground. Even your own yard or home makes a great location for photos, a comfortable location for your children. Avoid streets and places that might have, busy streets with cars, but also nests, ant piles. The worst thing that can happen in a photo session is for a little kid to step in an ant pile and then just dissolve into a puddle of tears, and then you've got dealing with all the ant bites, and how do you get, especially if there's allergies. So try to avoid places that have lots of bees, possible nests, possible ant piles. You may want to visit the location that you are thinking about prior to the session around the same time of the session so that you can get a good idea of the lighting and also the safety. Some places are less crowded, different times of the day, so visit the location at the time of day when you think you may have your session, and that will give you a good idea of whether that's going to be a good spot for you and your family. The A in PLAY stands for attire. Think about what you're going to wear. Comfort is key. You want to be as comfortable as possible. People do not like taking pictures in uncomfortable clothing. So if you want to have a good family session, find something that's comfortable but that you like. I do have a couple of blog posts about how to dress for fall and spring family portraits, and I will post that in the information for this. But think about the fact, especially if you have small children, you may be moving around a lot, you may be squatting, you may be getting on their level, and you want to find clothes that you can move around in, and that, especially the ladies, the super short skirts, you can't squat down in those really easily and take a good picture with your kids. So consider shoes as well. Wherever your location is, if you're going to be walking through some grassy areas, high heels are probably not a great thing, especially for chasing children around. So consider your clothing attire. That's the A in play. And the Y in play stands for have a yes attitude. I don't know if you've seen the movie Yes Day on Netflix, but having that type of attitude going into a family portrait session is key, especially for dads and maybe teenage sons who do not want their photos taken. If you go into a session stressed out, whether you're the photographer or the family members, that is going to come through in the photos. I often tell people a lot of times the feelings that you have while taking the pictures, if you're frustrated, when you get those pictures back, you're not going to be as happy with them because you're going to remember that feeling of frustration that you had. So try to let go of all of those frustrating feelings. No, your children are not going to behave perfectly. They are not going to sit still and smile every moment, especially dads. I see this with dads and then moms that really want those perfect family photos. They get really frustrated and their face changes. Their whole entire body tenses up. And that comes through in the family photos. That also affects how the children are acting. So when it gets to that moment, let go of the poses. Just play with them. I tell people all the time, there's the word play again. Just play with your kids. Run around, chase them, interact with them, throw them up in the air, hug them, hold their hands and walk. Let them play with each other. Those moments, those candid moments, often make the best pictures. So don't get all angsty and frustrated when things are not going the way that you thought they would go. Trust your photographer to just kind of step back and let things happen and capture them as they are. If you have a good photographer, they will understand that. And if you are a photographer or a budding photographer, keep that in mind. Sometimes you have to let go, especially with children, of the poses and the proper photos, and just go for the moments. Those moments, though, make some of the best pictures. You don't want your session to feel frustrating because that will often reflect in the photos. So have that yes attitude. I'm sharing a letter to dads and sons, especially, in a blog post about this particular topic. So I'll leave that in the information below. And if you are getting ready to have a family session and you are worried about your sons or dads, husbands, not being as cooperative as you would like, have them read the letter that I wrote them on my blog post. Thanks for watching. I hope that I've given you some good tips to help you with your next family portrait session. I would love a like and subscribe, and let me know, drop a comment. Let me know if there's anything else you think that I can share with you that will help make you a better photographer.